architect and the subject matter expert for Microsoft Biztalk 2009. I'm excited to share my experience in Biztalk Server 2009 with you. Creating filters for using exposed services or processes by other systems often creates a gateway pattern, which invokes back-end processes through the exposed Biztalk Server 2009 service. Consider an integration solution that includes several applications that are built using different technologies and run on different platforms. Some of these applications use an external resource for certain processing and need to communicate with this external resource. Using a gateway is ideal in this scenario. The gateway provides a single interface of all the applications in the integration solution. The application that needs to communicate with the external resource sends messages to the gateway interface. The gateway accepts these messages and implements a protocol translation necessary for facilitating the asymmetric communication between the application and the external resource. You can visualize gateways as a medium to invoke communication with the external resource, leveraging its underlying application structure within the Biztalk schemas.
To implement a filter for an incoming message, you need to select the receive shape in your orchestration and activate the orchestration. You can then define the filter expression for the incoming message. The filter expression dialog box helps you specify the filter expression that you want to set for the message subscription. Next, you specify a value for the filter expression to define the filter criteria. You can use the Group By property to add multiple filter expressions to meet your requirements. After creating a filter expression for an incoming message subscription, you can attach a port to the receive shape and add the business logic to run the orchestration. To configure the TI feature of Host Integration Server 2009, you first have to identify and select the programming model that helps you access the transactions. Next, you need to ensure that the mainframe environment is configured for implementing TI. The settings on the mainframe systems are usually modified to facilitate the internal integration of mainframe programs. These settings help TI to easily access the transactions. You then need to configure the TI metadata file by using the TI Designer plugin for Visual Studio.net. The TI metadata file contains the mappings for data types, parameters, and methods. These mappings are used when mainframe transactions are invoked. You must select an appropriate network protocol to allow communication between the mainframe and TI. Logical Unit LU6.2 and TCP/IP are the two protocols that are used to provide network connectivity. Next, you use Remote Environment Wizard to configure properties that define a region on the mainframe. You then add a Microsoft Internet Information Services (IIS) virtual directory, which processes all the TI requests. After adding the virtual directory, you configure a Windows-initiated processing WIP object. To configure a WIP object, you use New WIP Object Wizard to specify the name and the path of the metadata file, the IIS virtual directory where this object will be stored, and the name of the remote environment. The WIP object associates the metadata file, the IIS virtual directory, and the remote environment. This step completes the TI configuration process. After configuring TI, you implement a .NET Framework application that uses TI to invoke the mainframe transactions.